Prosper Nation! I am Justine and we're once again back for another episode of Digital Happy Hour where we help Philippine MSMEs grow their business online. We're here to talk about digital trends, tech news, digital marketing tips, as well as the stories of entrepreneurs to inspire you and help you and your business. Tell us what you think by leaving your reactions and comments down below and share this stream with your friends so they can join in on the fun. And today, we are going to talk about the story and journey of ELPI Vellychon Haus. ELPI Vellychon Haus houses the first plant-based belly roll as well as other plant-based products that definitely puts healthy and delicious together. So without further ado, let me introduce to you our speakers, ELPI of ELPI Vellychon Haus and our very own CEO and founder, Dennis Velasco of Prosperna. Hey Dennis, hey ELPI, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good.
Hey, Elpi. Well. Hey, Justin. Elpi. Yeah, this is going to be. This is one of the episodes I've been really waiting for. I wish I was the one tasting the awesome, amazing ELPI Vellychon, but we gave Justin the first dibs to give it a try since she is a lechon specialist, right, Justin?
Healthy lechon specialist.
Glad to have you today. So,
so let's talk about how ELPI, how did your company start? Like, what's the inspiration for the first plant-based lechon roll?
Well, it started when I put up my restaurant in General Santos City way back 2017. I put up the first vegan restaurant at the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. Around 2018, actually, medyo, that time I was checking on my Facebook, and then my newsfeed, there's a lot of belly lechon or roasted belly rolls on my feed. And I get challenged to make my own, because as a vegan advocate, we're trying to save animal lives. So I was like, I get challenged. Why not? I'll make my own version of Vellychon that is made from plant-based ingredients. So I just experimented from my kitchen. Most of the time, madaling araw, nag-eksperimento ako. Kasi that time, tahimik, around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Kasi during daytime, I'm very busy managing or running the restaurant. So the only time that I would be able to experiment and make new dishes is around, early in the morning. There's no walang tao sa kitchen. And luckily, I was able to make my own version of plant-based lechon. And then when I served it for the first time, everyone was so amazed. Even me, I can't even believe that I was able to make with limited resources and knowledge. But ewan ko, chamba lang ba yun? I don't know. It's just so happened that, I made it, and then I served it in my restaurant. Everyone was amazed, and the word spread like wildfire in our region, and there's a lot of tourists, local and abroad. French guys, Americans, going to my restaurant. Even people from Manila would just check in the hotel for around 3 to 5 days, and then they would just eat all of my food in the menu just to try it out. The first 3 years of my restaurant is really doing good. I mean, there's challenges naman, pero with every business meron namang challenge. Pero generally, it's really doing great because my restaurant, parang na siyang lechon house that time. Kasi before that time, ELPI Vegan Restaurant yan siya before. And then, bago siya naging ELPI Vellychon Haus when I went here. Well, anyway, unfortunately, last year, my restaurant closed down because, of course, a lot of businesses closed down because of the lockdown. And my sales are really depending. I mean, I'm a tourist attraction in our region, and around 80 to 90% of my sales are coming from customers who are tourists. And tourism is down. Was down, and until now, is down last year. And I wasn't able to, di mo naman in-expect na on 30 days, magiging 9 months na lockdown. Nobody expected it. And ako naman during the 30 days, I thought 30 days, just 30 days the lockdown. And I shelled out all of my money helping my staff, and then may pa-feeding program pa ako on paano I can no longer keep up with the expenses, and my savings really ran. It went all the way down to the drain because wala na akong savings at time. So I had to close it down. And I really got depressed because of the situation. I put up my restaurant from scratch. I really did everything to survive. But out of depression, I flew here in Manila, and then I was so hopeful na okay, maybe the lockdown is already done. Tapos na, and then the Christmas season is coming, and it's really doing, parang wala na yung lockdown. But okay, go back to normal na. I put it here in La Loma. La Loma is the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. And since, in Quezon City, La Loma, QC. It's the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. So I'm focusing, I mean, I really believe in my product, even though it's a new thing. And gusto kong makipagsabayan sa mga lechoneros. And as the first person who introduced a plant-based version of lechon or Vellychon at the heart of the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. Yeah. So, hindi naman ako tinaga ng mga lechonero. Still, hindi naman nila ako tinaga. Para akong mushroom doon, bigla na akong sprout. And then, okay, I have my card. Actually, I was trying to find a perfect place in La Loma where I can put up my lechon house, a plant-based lechon house. However, wala puno. Wala akong makitang place that time. And then, habang naglalakad ako, may nakita akong cart. Sabi ko, why not have a cart na lang? So, yun, naghanap ako ng paggawa ng cart. And then, I bought a stainless cart, and yun. Nilagay ko siya sa La Loma. And the first day, syempre, people were like, ano to? Sino siya? And then, they don't know. And then, when I told them, hi, mom, I'm trying to, kasi may mga people passing by my cart, and they don't know what, and they thought it's just a regular lechon. So, because it's the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. So, it's a regular lechon. But I told them, ma'am, sir, bili na po kayo lechon gulay, or vegan lechon, or vegetarian lechon. And everyone was like, what? Vegetarian lechon? Yeah, it has no cholesterol. And everyone was like, is this a scammer, or is this a sham, or you know? During my first and second day, I have no sales. People were like, first day and second day were like, no one's buying. And then I posted it in my social media and my Facebook page, and then, hi guys, I'm here in the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. I'm selling my plant-based lechon, the first of its kind here in the Philippines and the world. And then, upon waking up on the next day, it went viral, up to 19,000, I think, likes. And then there's a lot of shares. And then the next day, it was like, boom! The sales went up, and then we're always out of stock, and we're always panicking. And that it lasted, during the Christmas season, it lasted for November and December and January and February. I mean, we're really jam-packed. Actually, ang laki na kita ko that time. Pero of course, yung kita ko, pinabayad ko din sa mga utang ko, which I have incurred because I was trying to save my restaurant in Jensen that time. So, nagkaroon din ako ng utang. Yun din, pinambayad ko. Pero it was like, wow, amazing. And I have a lot of good reviews. And a lot of people want to franchise my my cart. They want to have my product. They want to resell. And then the lockdown came again by March. So I was preparing for franchising that time, and I was searching for a good spot to put up my physical store. But when the lockdown came, it's a very traumatic experience kasi. Lockdown, when you hear the word lockdown, it's like, oh, it's a nightmare for me because I've lost so much because of the lockdown. I mean, a lot of us, businesses, especially small, medium, SMEs, really suffered, especially the food and beverage industry. And that time, I'm not really that open for. Actually, I have a hard time adjusting or trying to adapt because I'm used to the traditional. Yeah, yung harap-harapan mo kakausapin ng customer. In the restaurant, of course, taking order as a food server, and then you cook their food. I'm not I'm not a fan of online deliveries or whatever kind of delivery. In fact, in my restaurant where it's very or we don't have any delivery service. It's like dine in and just pick up in my restaurant. So I'm not really adapt to masakit sa ulo kasi online delivery for me.
Logistics.
Masakit for me tapos you have to I don't like it. I'd rather talk to you in person and then take your order, cook it for you, and serve it personally. That's how I do things. But the pandemic has changed a lot of our ways, and we have to adapt. So as early as around February or March, I think, I met Joseph.
Yeah.
Prosperna, and I was so excited that time because I have to. Yeah, I want a website, and I mean, thinking about the website of my own. Ewan ko, medyo kinikilig ako that time. And then, pero yun nga, nawawalan ako ng gana because of the lockdown. I really got depressed. And for me, honestly, I don't like the approach of locking down, closing businesses because, lockdown is a two-edged sword. Maybe we're buying time to stop the spread of infection, but it also killing literally small, medium enterprises. And I'm not really a fan of lockdown. So I don't like the word lockdown, actually. So I hate it. Pero yun, it really took me months to really. I mean, because we decided to stop our operation naka-cart lang kami. And that time during the lockdown, we were prohibited to sell outside. So we have to stay inside our houses and then we just do online delivery. But it really took time for me to really absorb the situation. I thought the lockdown would be end for good last year. But we have to be. We have to really evolve and adapt. So I'm just glad that Jose is very patient with me. He keeps on reminding me, Chef, we're waiting for the site. Chef, ready na ang site. We're ready to help you. Sabi ko, wait lang. It really took me so many months because I keep on ranting on Facebook trying to express my my thoughts about this. And then, but yun nga, happy naman ako na si Jose is very patient with me. And then, makulit siya. Minsan, ayoko na tingnan yung message. Kasi nga, makulit siya pero is very persistent and thank you so much. And to Angelica as well. Yeah. And yun, and right now I'm very happy that I'll be launching the site. My website. And I'm really looking forward that the system Prosperna have. I mean, the platform would really, and really uh, optimistic and looking forward about this partnership. I think I would be able to really stay adapt or adept with the situation because of platforms such as Prosperna. And I'm really excited for this because I think it would be more efficient with the system that I was able to check the site. It's very well organized. Para ka nang meron ka ng ano eh. Ano ba tawag dyan? Yung record for your sales and your sale, ano tawag dyan?
A dashboard.
Para
Parang,
system.
may
Para may
system.
system ka na where you can really know the order and all the information. Kasi kami papapel-papel lang kami eh. Very traditional and very unorganized, the inefficient way to really record, do the business. And yeah, excited ako to launch the website because you know people are especially right now the yung months holiday is already coming and I'm
Sales.
expecting good sales. Hopefully
Yeah.
walang lockdown.
Handaan na.
Well, wow.
Ayun.
Elpi, what an amazing story. I mean, that's great. There were so many great nuggets in the last 10-15 minutes that you explained about your journey. It was just awesome to hear that. Because, so if I heard everything correctly, you basically, you were, going about your normal business routine, right? You had your restaurant and being a vegan, right? And being active in the vegan community, you just accepted almost a dare to create this product.
I have created a lot. Actually, way back in Jensen, which is the tuna capital of the Philippines, I also made the vegan version of tuna belly together with my lechon belly, which are all plant-based.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just focusing on my lechon belly. And by the way, my lechon belly or Vellychon, because it's vegan, that's why it's Vellychon. It's it's a plant-based version of lechon or the roasted belly roll. The belly part of the lechon, which is being rolled and then roasted. And then I made a plant-based version of it, free from cholesterol and no swine flu virus, no antibiotics, no pesticide or hormones. It's a lot safer and healthier. That made my product really stand out. And especially I put it at the center or the heart of the Lechon Capital. So I made a lot of buzz in the community. And I went trending din ako. So I don't know. It just so happened. I'm just thankful to God that I was able to pull myself again despite of the downfall. And I think everyone should just call that go on. I mean, don't give up. We just have to keep on going. Feel the process of frustration, depression. It's part of it. It's part of the business talaga, especially if you are a small startup business. You will feel everything talaga. You really want to kill yourself, but you want to succeed. The hunger to success is more important, so you don't just huwag na lang mo papakamatay. Instead, gusto mong pakamatay, pero ayaw mong pakamatay. Because you really want to succeed regardless.
Man, I can really tell that you really, you possess a lot of passion and emotion as a small business owner, right? I heard you say, like many people, we wanted to get into survival mode and help your employees, and everybody's mindset was just, sige, fast and we'll go back to normal in 30 days, right? And I can see that you went through that mental cycle, right? Of, I hate to bring the word up, but almost feeling depressed and shocked and stunned, probably for a longer period of time than you wanted to. And then it sounds like you made some really difficult decisions, right? Closing your traditional restaurant, changing your model, and doing something that you described. Basically, you were very uncomfortable with the online. Yan yung, you didn't have to say it. I could see it. Parang because as you're, as a creator, as a chef, you're trying to create experiences, right? Yes. And you like to see the customer and their eyes light up when they taste your food.
Yes.
Wow, what a great story. Now, we were getting into the product, right? Have you made, are there many iterations of the product? Are there different variations? Or is there just one variation of the ELPI Vellychon?
Well, though I had the first version, the original version, but I also got feedbacks, not so good feedbacks during the first months of introducing it here, because the product, when you cook it fresh, it's really good. But if you travel it around more than an hour, it tends to, medyo there's a changes in texture now. You have to reheat it. And a lot of people got a not so good impression, because when you travel it for more than an hour and the texture has already changed, they don't know that you have to reheat it in order to really appreciate the product. So I got a lot of flax that time. Yeah. So I have to ask help from my foster parents, or also manufacturers. They are the ones manufacturing my product, and they help me reformulate it. And right now, even if you travel it more than 8 hours, you can still appreciate the product. I mean, it's still good. It's still lechon. Tastes lechon better. Yun. Because they want the crispy outside, the fatty fat, and then
the balat,
the meaty part. That's it. So generally, I have good feedbacks now when I reformulated it, and I'm still working on it. I mean, I still want to. We don't stop. We don't stop. What do you call that? We don't stop improving. At the same time, right now, I'm focusing my energy on just one product, because if you have a lot of products, I know I can offer, but I just have to focus on my strengths right now with the, maybe when my restaurant, pag napaitaya ko na show that I can really showcase all of my dishes, but right now I just focus on limited numbers of dishes, which can, yung maganda naman, yung may magandang feedback at the same time. May maraming repeat orders. And my Vellychon, of course, since I'm a Lechon house, a plant-based Lechon house, that's my focus. That's my primary product. So, doon ako naka-focus for now.
Well, I like that part about focus. It's a great piece of advice for Prosper Nation and other small business owners. And, I can tell that you've got some other things that you're probably, with your experience in business, that you would like to do, but it's really important for people to focus before they move on to the next thing, right? Now, I think let's take a quick break, right, Justin? Yeah. And when we get back, let's jump into more advice, if you don't mind, Elpi, because I'm just super elated and happy that you've got an amazing success story. And I think that would be a huge value to other SMEs in our country, right? Not just in the restaurant and food business. So when we come back from the break, let's talk a little bit about some other lessons learned. And then I want to get past that really quickly, because I want to see, because I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to try, but I want to see Justin try the original and the world's first plant-based Vellychon. So I wish I was there trying it. But let's take a quick
Soon.
break,
Wait.
and we'll hear more from Elpi.
Yes.
Presenting the ELPI Amazing Vellychon Roll. A crispy skin layer, a juicy fatty layer, a meaty meat layer, 100% plant-based, free from cholesterol and swine flu virus. Amazing ELPI na sarap in every bite. Panalo! ELPI Amazing Vellychon Roll. Proudly, gawang El Pinoy. How do you eat the El Pinoy style Vellychon Roll? There's the nice crunch. Or the MVP style. The Rebel Beast. The El Pinoy style Vellychon Roll. 100% plant-based, cholesterol-free, crispy, juicy, and oh so meaty. Free from the dreadful swine flu virus. Garantisado ELPI na sarap in every bite. Everyone has its own way of eating it. Just like the Saucy Princess.
So good!
Proudly, gawang El Pinoy.
Hey, Prosper Nation, and we're back. So now, we're going to talk about more yung mga naging success ni LP as well as yung mindset niya going into the Lechon Capital. So talk us about kung ano yung advice mo, LP, na mabibigay to those people na would be considered as challenger kasi when you enter the Lechon Capital, marami ng famous. So can you walk us through your mindset as well as yung mga lessons na natutunan mo from there?
To be honest with you, I'm not, it's hindi ko naman siya yung parang pinlano. It just so happened na parang, Lechon Capital pala to. So I'm just gonna go there. And I'm not trying to makipag-away or challenge them. It's just like, I want to promote something that is unique and very different. I'm excited to promote it. And ang ano ko lang, syempre, it's the Lechon Capital of the Philippines. Parang kinilig lang ako, okay, Lechon Capital, lechon din to, pero plant-based lang. So I'd rather promote it. And very optimistic on that time because I have that 3 years experience with people like my food. And I'm very, I really believe in what I do. And so, paano ba? It just happened lang talaga. Hindi yung tipong parang pinagplanuhan ko siya for how many years that I have to go. In fact, doon ko lang nalaman na, may Lechon Capital pala dito sa Manila. Kaya that was,
So it sounds like, Elpi, you were really, your mindset was just focusing on more of what you love and what you believe in, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to compete. I'm just doing my own thing. And even though, that's why I have that's when you ask me, I want to what do you call that? Patent my product. For me kasi, patenting my product is useless because I know a lot of people can still do it, and this is a free market, so I don't necessarily like the idea of monopolizing it because I know there's a lot of people who are more talented like me and we can share a platform. So I don't consider them as competition. Maybe a healthy kind of competition, but I don't like trying to trample any kind of competition and monopolizing the market. It's just like I just do what I do. I'm happy with what I'm doing. It just so happened I'm the first one, but everyone can follow my lead. If someone can do better than me, that's it. I'm okay, then I'm up for the challenge. Ganun lang, I'm not trying to really, I want to be the best. It's just so happened lang na ako na, and I just do my own thing and promote it and improve what needs to be improved. But if someone wants to copy me, go on. Ganun lang ako.
Well, that just speaks a lot to, who you are and the type of person. And I think, outside of business, to me, that's really the core, right? Which is just finding and being your best self. And
Yeah.
if you luckily you have found something that brings that best LP out, right? And I think that's part of what's important on the digital happy hours to help inspire folks to find, that part of them, whatever that might be. And for you, it was naturally and organically coming up with this, really awesome recipe for vegan lechon, right? So that's
Yeah,
great.
at saka ganito din kasi, in our community, there are already people making, what do you call that? Parang lechon siya na meat. It just so happened I was able to form it like a belchon. I was the first one. But they were already doing, slabs of meat na parang lechon or parang pork. Pero kasi for me, I just made it extra special and improved it. Pero I didn't have my own. It came out of experimentation because no one's giving me the recipe how to do it. I just have to do it on my own that time. Kasi syempre, why would you give your recipe, di ba? I mean, ganun. Pero for me kasi the time, I was just being playful with the ingredients. In fact, here in Jensen, there's a limited ingredient for. I mean, there's a lot of fruits and vegetables. I mean, Philippines is really blessed with a lot of fruits and vegetables. True. But there are certain ingredients that are not available in our locality. So I have to find readily available ingredients that can be an alternative to the recipe or to the ingredient that have, for example, nutritional yeast. I mean, nutritional yeast is not really available here in the Philippines and it's very expensive. So I have to find another source or another something like parang pareho lang din siya ng resulta. Even sa kunyari, if you have no matcha powder, so why not use malunggay powder? Parang ganun. You just have to use ingredients that are really locally available. Yun eh. So, as a plant-based chef, kasi walang vegan culinary school dito sa Philippines.
True.
So, as much as I want to learn from how to be vegan, I mean, how to cook, I have to do it on my own. Parang self-taught lang ako eh. Yeah. I mean, I'm a nurse by profession. I'm a nurse by profession. Nagulat na lang ako na tagaluto na ako ngayon. Na chef na pala ako ngayon. And I didn't even go to a prestigious school. I have no formal training in culinary. So, ano lang, I just have to do it my own, especially trying to explore ingredients and ways of cooking na hindi ko pa naman talaga alam that. In fact, tamad ako magluto eh. But I just have, tamad ako magluto. My mom knows that. Ang chef-chefan daw ako pero ang tamad ko daw magluto. Sa bahay actually, wala. I mean, ang tamad ko literally, tamad akong tao. Pero I found the purpose and I found the purpose eh. I have my sense of purpose. I got the sense of purpose doing this because being vegan that time, I mean, who would have thought I became vegan? I've been vegan for 9 years na eh.
Oh.
Eh, here in the Philippines, kapag vegan ka, di ako kumakain ng karne. You're like, ano ba? Baliw ka ba? Ang sarap kaya ng lechon. Ang sarap kaya ng hamburger. Sarap kaya ng pizza. Pero, because of that, a challenge kasi it's not, as a vegan kasi syempre may mga principles kami, advocacies. So the main thing is we're trying to save animals because more on animal rights kasi ang veganism eh. So I cannot what they call that. I can't convince people to go vegan if I can't give them alternatives. Masarap kasi ang lechon. And lechon is a superstar in the Philippines. So I have to make a version of it without killing animals. So this is my kind of version. Ganun lang naman. And, a plant-based lifestyle is also good for the environment. It's even the best kind of ways to mitigate climate change according to University of Oxford study. And, if you can make a product that is healthier, it's greener, it's kinder, then why not? Ganun
Why
lang
not,
naman.
brother?
No, why not? And then let the market decide. Basta ako, I cannot just force people to stop eating meat, but I'll try to persuade them by making versions that are also delicious. But, the only way to a man's heart is through his belly. So, busugin mo siya ng masarap na pagkain na El Pinoy. Tatak El Pinoy. Ganun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, your story in itself is just, for everybody listening, that in itself is a lot of advice because you're just focusing on what you do and what you do best, and everything else will work out, right? And I think, that's really good to hear, and we're super happy for you. And Justin,
But actually, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to share this as part of it. I'm not trying to say that I'm like this. Ano ba? I went through a phase where I'm so very activista talaga. Like, I really fought for something that I really believe in and trying to really fight the norm. But I came to a point na there's no point fighting the norm. Or trying to destroy the norm. Instead, if you want to change the norm, you have to, what do you call that? Like may saying dyan eh. If you want to change the norm, you don't have to fight it, but you have to create new things and let it flow. Ganun lang. So I'm more on making new positive changes rather than trying to destroy something that I don't like. So ang ko ngayon, ang motto ko is I'd rather promote what I love than keep on bashing what I hate. Yun lang naman.
Dude, that's huge. That is huge, LP. And I think that's a lot of reasons why, you are where you are. So that's great. And Justin, am I right? LP's Vellychon has gotten a lot of attention, right?
I think you were already in Unang Hirit, in GMA. Also
yeah, a lot of mainstream.
How did all that happen? How did you,
Sila naman yung lumapit eh. That time kasi when I went viral, pagising ko viral na ako, tapos ang dami nilang messages. Tapos hindi ko sila masabay-sabay. So, parang may scheduling sila. So, maghintay kayo. I feel special that time, Pero nakaka-pressure.
VIP.
Parang nakaka-pressure. Hindi mo, parang instant celebrity, parang ganun. Pero hindi mo naman, ayaw mo naman maging celebrity. Pero in the business world, kasi parang celebrity ka na din. Parang kumbaga, I'm not really, I don't want to be famous, pero if you really want to succeed in the business, you have to be famous. Pero part na talaga siya. Parang part siya, pero hindi mo naman siya parang ginusto mo talaga. It just so happened. A lot of things just happened na hindi ko naman pinalo. Ang focus ko lang naman, I just have to do what I want to do. Regardless if it's kind of against the norm, but I just have to do what I have to do because that gives me my spark. That gives me that spark. Kasi sa totoo lang, in this business, it's not really profitable nung una. Wala namang profit na you're trying to convince people to eat vegetables. Walang profit for that. Especially here in the Philippines, they're not really fond of eating vegetables, and they don't want to give up their lechon, their tapa, their hamburger, their pizza, or whatsoever. It's hard to give up. So you'd rather make replacement or alternatives to it, and prove to them na masarap pa rin kahit walang karne. Na masarap pa rin masarap talaga siya. Kumbaga, I didn't lose anything. You just lost the cholesterol, just lost the swine flu virus, but still it's good. You know, it's still, you don't feel deprived. Yun yung goal ko. That the vegan lifestyle that can still bring joy to you, even though you gave up something that, I mean, lechon or animal meat is really sarap eh. Masarap talaga ang karne. Pero if you find a way to 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 convince people that it's still good kahit wala yun. Kasi it's better for your health and it's better for the environment and you don't have to kill an animal. So it's a win-win situation. Masarap pa rin. Parang
You can't
ganun.
go wrong. You can't go wrong with all of that,
Yeah.
right?
Yun.
That's true.
Well, that's
So yun,
awesome.
I was able to, I mean, those, yung mga mainstream media, they're the ones inviting me and featuring me. Yun naman.
Yeah.
Sila naman yung nagana sa akin. Hindi ko siya pinilit eh. Nagulat na lang ako na they want me. In fact, right now, may mga offers naman pero ayaw ko eh. Wala pa lang offers. Para ma-jinx, baka
That's
Pero
cool.
at least, they're giving you a platform to promote a healthy product, the Vellychon. Kasi nga, like you mentioned, in the Philippines, hindi talaga popular ang anything that promotes healthy or like vegetables. But at least you're now given a platform para ma-encourage din yung mga tao.
Yeah, especially right now, the pandemic crisis has taught us a lot that we really need to take care of our health. At the same time, a simple virus can really destroy lives. Can really literally destroy our lives. The virus, that tiny thing can really destroy our lives. And really need to take care of our health. At the same time, really need to prevent the occurrence of pandemics. And studies have shown that 75% of our infectious diseases is coming from animals, zoonotic by nature. Swine flu virus came from swines, pigs. Avian flu virus, there's a lot of this coming from animals. So I think it's wiser for us to shy away from meat consumption and focus more on eating more fruits and vegetables, going vegan, or trying to lessen your meat consumption. Either way, whatever works for you. We just have to give that effort. And we're here to help. Hindi lang naman ako eh. There's a lot of vegan businesses who's trying to make the transition easier. I'm just one of those.
I love it, man. I love that you can promote doing what you love to do. I love that you can promote being healthy. And I love that you can promote it that it can still bring you joy. Healthy can still bring you joy, right?
Yeah.
And so wait, everybody can find your ELPI World's First Vellychon on the ELPI Vellychon Haus, and we'll put that on the screen, .com online store. And it's been an amazing story, ELPI. However,
True.
I want to see, because I wish I was there tasting it, but I want Justin to taste it and share with everybody in the Prosper Nation what it's like. So walk us through that, Justin.
Okay, let me just first show the lechon. So maybe, LP, you can give us a little background of the Vellychon. There.
The Vellychon, just like your traditional lechon, which is layered with fat, meat, and the skin. Yeah.
Are there specific like vegetables na goes here? Or may...
Yeah. The skin part is made of tofu skin. And then we just put a little bit of coloring to mimic the appearance of a roasted pig. And then the fat part is made of cassava. So it's a local ingredient. It's readily available in the Philippines. And then the meat part is a combination of corn, wheat, and soybeans. So, and then, syempre, meron siyang mga spices and then herbs you can find in the regular lechon. But for me, it's more like a Cebu style lechon because it has a lot of lemongrass and the we like lemongrass in our lechon kasi. But ayun, so and then and then we fry it. Instead of roasting it, we fry it because you need the oil. There's a chemical reaction of the cassava, and then when you fry it, and then it will absorb the oil. So para siyang taba na ng baboy afterwards kapag na ano mo siya na iprito mo na siya. So and then the outside layer becomes crispy, which is we like in our lechon. And chewy and juicy and meaty.
Yeah.
The elements of a lechon.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
so it has all the elements of the eating lechon. So that's awesome.
If you don't know that it's a plant-based, never guess that it's really a vegan lechon. That's how authentic it really looks like.
To be honest with you, a lot of people are accusing me I'm a scammer because they scam daw ako because they think it's the real pork. But I told them, siguro kung wala akong image na vegan talaga, pwede ako mapagkamaling scammer naman talaga. Pero kasi nasa core value ko na yan eh. Hindi mo ako mapapa-serve ng lechon na baboy. So, that's really, it's already on the label. It's 100% plant-based. And then they thought, kapag sinabi mong plant-based, ang kinakain daw ng baboy, puro plant-based. No, it's made of plant-based.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, get it close to the
So this is the favorite part of Filipinos, the skin, the crunchy skin.
Okay.
As you can see, it looks like the typical skin of the Pinoy.
And turn it to the side so we can see the layering.
Yeah. But I already cut it para ano.
Okay. It looks, I can't, so far, at least on camera, I can't see the difference. And you're telling me it looks, you would never know. So, okay, give it a shot. Give it a try.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I want to be trying it.
Even the texture is like really, it's like lechon. You won't figure out that it's plant-based.
You won't know?
No.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
I mean, I actually don't eat pork also. I'm into fitness, pero I find myself, I think I'll order this one.
So now you can.
It gives me an option. And then this is the part, this is the laman. It's already the laman.
The meat part.
Oh,
The
okay.
meat part. What is this? Ano, Sir Elpi? Ano ulit kasama sa...
It's made of corn, wheat, and soybeans. Combination of corn, wheat, and soybeans.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, sige,
Gano'n
go.
katagal usually, sir?
Ano, may sauce ba? Is there sauce?
Yeah. Ano magandang sauces with this one, sir? Like toyo?
Ako originally, I like toyo mansi with my Vellychon.
How about
Pero,
Mang Tomas?
yeah, Mang Tomas or any lechon sauce that we like, it's also good. Pero for me, personally, I really like toyo mansi. The classic toyo mansi. Good.
That's
How about
awesome.
you, Dennis? Do you like sauce on your lechon?
Yeah, I'll try it all. I do appreciate the vegan principles and lifestyle. And that's why I am so looking forward to it. And I love the way LP said, he just wants to give people options. And it's up to them to decide, just like anything in life. You got to decide if you want to be healthy or you want to do something bad for you. Or if you want to enjoy, or if you just want to be, steady lang, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that there's options. When I came to the Philippines 5 years ago, I could not find these kinds of options, you know. And LP, if you went vegan, what, 9, 10 years ago? I'm sure.
9 years ago.
How many?
I know. 9 years ago, it started around 2011.
Yeah.
So right now it's easier to go vegan. There's a lot of options. Even mainstream brands are offering plant-based options now. So it's easier. It's
Yeah.
really easier right now.
True.
That's awesome. So what a better way to help build a better Philippines, right? It's just giving people healthy, but again, healthy options that you can still enjoy. Because everybody thinks that they're going to sacrifice, you know, but not with the ELPI, Vellychon.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm very happy. I mean, it really gives me satisfaction whenever someone would say, "Oh, I bought this for my Lola because she can no longer eat cholesterol food, but she still likes lechon." And then binola mo lang siya. "Oy, Lola, may lechon kami." Pero and then his Lola is so happy eating it. And then surprise, just vegetable.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
I mean, it really gives me that happiness or killing whenever people would say they're very thankful that they can now eat lechon without the cholesterol or the fear of having swine flu virus. I mean, it gives me that satisfaction talaga. Especially for those people who's trying to lessen their meat consumption and then, alam mo yun, lalo na pag gift, if they gave it to their special someone, and then they would surprise them. Oh, it's a scam. It's a vegetable.
Well, LP, that's the great thing. It's coming into the holiday season, right? And clearly, at the top of everyone's mind is staying healthy. Clearly, at the top of everybody's mind is how do we find joy amongst so much pain. So we're so happy to be partners with you to give those options to the world. So everybody, please check out ELPI and the Vellychon at elpivellychonhaus.com. And maybe ELPI, before we wrap up, anything coming soon? What can we expect? What's the future for you? Is it just continuing to do what you love, or anything fun and exciting in store for everybody?
I have a lot of plans, but with the situation, I just have to keep it cool because right now last year supposedly I should be branching out. Last year, my restaurant should be branching out, but because the lockdown came and everything vanished. Right now, I just want to keep it cool. The future, so we really don't know yet, But we just have to do what we need to do. We have to focus on things that we can control, and still looking forward that this phase will end. And for me, I'm very confident that once the lockdown or this pandemic ends, I will really bounce back, literally like bounce back. Ganun talaga, bounce back. And I'm really looking forward. But for now, I'll just focus on online deliveries, and thanks to Prosperna for giving me a good platform to serve my customers better. But I'm pretty sure sooner or later I'll be opening the franchising. I'll be open for franchising na din. But for now, I just want to keep it cool. Keep it cool lang muna kasi I'm so hot. Like hot-headed.
Chill.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions these days, but we're glad to hear it. And again, we're just super excited to be able to share your story with everyone. And I'm just glad that success can happen despite the challenges, and it can happen to great people and just doing things that they love. So congratulations to you and the rest of the ELPI team. and we look forward to continuing our partnership with you guys in the future. So,
Yes, of course.
Justin, you want to bring it home?
Yeah. So before we end, we'll do just a couple of questions from the audience. 3 questions. So the first one would be, what are the most common challenges you get from creating plant-based products?
Is that the first question?
Yes.
The most challenging. Like I said, if you're trying to mimic the usual Filipino or the usual Filipino favorite like lechon, pizza. There are, or especially pastries, there are certain ingredients that are already available abroad and it's not available locally. Pero kasi with the abundance of our local, with the abundance of the Philippines. I mean, I really believe the Philippines is really blessed with a lot of natural resources. You only need to search for it and study. Kasi may mga different ingredients na kailangan talaga kapag gumawa ka ng cake. You need that. If you need the cream or the whipping cream, you need it something may texture kasi na dapat maganda yung texture. So it depends. It depends on the availability of ingredients is really one of the challenges, especially the affordability. Then, if it's not available in the locality, medyo pricey siya. So you have to search for local suppliers there. So yun yung pero generally, if you just want to eat fruits and vegetables, there's a lot of fruits and vegetables here in the Philippines and it's very affordable. Pero if you're trying to mimic, the comfort food that we like, medyo challenging lang siya sa ibang ingredients. Pero kasi, for me, in culinary kasi, you can just mix and match ingredients and you will discover na, masarap pala to. Kasi yun maganda. Creativity is unlimited naman. So, you just have to be creative and resourceful. That's it. Ako naman, I never expected that I would be able to come up with this kind of food. You just have to find the joy. I found joy creating new stuff. Yun lang. So, I think that's the challenge, the availability of some ingredients, especially if you're trying to mimic a certain texture of the usual food and trying to make a vegan version of it.
Okay. So the second question is, what are the biggest tips you can give people who want to create plant-based products?
Biggest tips. Can you repeat it?
What tips? Parang what tips can you give para dun sa mga tao na gusto mag-create ng mga plant-based products? Like first steps, yung mga ganun.
First thing is you have to think of your favorite food muna. So kung gusto mo chorizo, paborito mo yung chorizo, then I think you have to focus on that. Kasi pag nakuha mo yung, masarap yung chorizo, and then you made a vegan version of chorizo, para siyang accomplishment na, okay, I can now eat. Parang kasi if you're eating a lot of chorizo every day, especially pork, longganisa ba or chorizo, tapos nakagawa ka ng vegan version of it, mas madali mo siya i-promote eh. If you love that kind of flavor, texture, and then try to mimic it with using plant-based ingredients, mas madali mo siya ma-promote. At saka at the same time, yung excitement nandun eh. Pero if you try, at the same time, mas madali, kasi alam mo yung lasa. Alam mo yung lasa. So you're familiar with the taste. So, alam mo din pa paano siya i-make. So you have to be explorative lang. At the same time, stick to your favorite dish.
Food muna.
So, doon ka muna mag-start. Kasi ako, I started with longganisa. And then, nag-evolve na lang. Nag-evolve lang siya. Yun yung first ko na, Kasi, if you start with mahirap na agad, like, paano ba explain? Kare-kare agad, or, yung steak, I tried to mimic the steak, pero, medyo mahirap. So, hindi ko din paborito. I'm not really familiar with steaks actually. So, yung lang, sa Jollibee na steak.
Burger steak.
Pero generally, you just have to focus on your favorite dish muna. And then, yun. Paborito ko yung lechon talaga eh. So, doon din ako nag-focus. People knows me, I'm a lechon guy. So, doon ako nag-focus.
Please, start with what you know talaga. And the last question is, do you think that Filipinos will fully embrace plant-based products in the future?
Fully embrace? I think they're already embracing it. The fact that we have a song na Bahay Kubo, it's already part of our culture. We just have to highlight it. We just have to remind people na masarap talaga kumain ng gulay. Pero on the business scene, I mean the culinary scene, I think people will be embracing more. I don't know if it's really fully embraced, but I think people will embrace more of it. Kasi right now, the vegan scenario here in the Philippines, chefs are now adjusting. Nag-a-adjust na sila. Nag-a-adjust na eh. They're already adopting that more people are now aware about the vegan lifestyle or trying to reduce their meat consumption, and they're trying to offer more plant-based options in their menu. So I think in the future, it will be more mainstream. Pero kung fully embrace, you cannot be extreme. There will be some would oppose to it. There will always be opposition, but meron naman talang kontrabida. So,
lagi naman.
Pero, gano'n naman talaga. Pero, you cannot please everyone. That's the fact. But you just have to focus on your thing and let the market decide. Ganun lang naman eh.
True.
Let the market decide. Basta ako, regardless if people won't, kasi before, people don't really like it. Pero I just continue what I do because I like it. Regardless if you don't. Wala akong pakialam. Basta ako, I like what I do. Ganun lang ako.
Do what you love, right? And everything will work out.
Yeah. So, there you have it, Prosper Nation. Like LP taught us today not only how delicious plant-based lechons are, but also the passion that you can have to keep on going and to keep on just starting your business until you reach that success. So unfortunately, that's all the time that we have today. But don't worry, we'll be back next week for more episode of Digital Happy Hour, where we help Philippine MSMEs grow their business online. So thank you, Dennis, and thank you, LP, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, LP. Looking forward to the Belly Lechon when I get back, buddy.
Yeah. Looking forward to see you and meet you in person soon.
Definitely. We'll
Bye-bye.
do it. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.